Scorpio, you're so different than so many of the other signs. You know, people sit there and they misunderstand Scorpios. And that is okay, be misunderstood. But understand yourself. The Ace of Wands is your passion, your fire, your tenacity. It is your illumination of heart and soul guiding you forward. It's why you're here. You're embracing it. You're not sitting in the corner. You're not hiding yourself. You're done with that. You're embracing your passion. Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 28th, 2026 full moon lunar eclipse reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a mediumship reading, a healing, or a meditation, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. Interesting cards to start off this whole time with, Scorpio. You have the Seven of Wands that fell right out, the Tower that has also come next and wanted to be seen and heard. Angels and spirit guides show them clearly. Oh, you have the Strength card coming through. Oh, I like that a lot. Angels and spirit guides. The Ace of Wands. Angels and spirit guides show them clearly. The Knight of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Knight of Cups represents you. You're represented by the cups in the minor arcana. Angels and spirit guides. Judgment. Angels and spirit guides show them clearly. Six of Pentacles. Angels and spirit guides. Three of Pentacles. Angels and spirit guides show them clearly. Ooh. The Ace of Pentacles. Angels and spirit guides. Four of Pentacles. Angels and spirit guides show them clearly. The World. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, you have two. Bonus card here of the Six of Swords. Can you see that one? Okay, brilliant. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. This is heavy. Not going to lie. It's not a light, airy, breezy, time. It's just not. It has a depth. It has a gravitas to it that others may not be experiencing. But you're also so gifted at your heart that it is beyond the realms of profound. There's a movement forward. There's a movement forward here that frees you from money constraints that you have had and fears that have been holding you back, especially seeing your strength, seeing your power. You're looking at yourself. You're going to see yourself, Scorpio, so much more dynamic than you have been giving yourself credit for. Okay, so let's talk about the astrology of it all, because it's going to make all of this make so much more sense. And it is just so powerful. Okay, so this full moon is also a partial lunar eclipse, and it is the most emotionally significant astrological time of 2026. Like, it's big. It is just big and intense. What you're going to see is that, and what you're going to feel is that there's a theme that has been playing out, and it's been since 2024, all right? There have been 6 eclipses. This is the 6th of a set of 7 eclipses that run along the Virgo-Pisces axis. They began in 2024. They will end February 2027. February 2027 will bring an epiphany to you that is profound, that speaks to your soul in an amazing way. But this time is also profound and speaks to you emotionally in a way that's setting you up for real world success, prosperity, and abundance, real world power that you had kind of written yourself off for being able to have. So just being aware of that is an important thing. The full moon lunar eclipse comes very close to this superior conjunction of the Sun and Mercury. Why is that important? Because it amplifies this time. Okay, Mercury rules Virgo, so it's going to intensify it. It brings with it also epiphanies, illuminations, revelations come your way during this lunar eclipse, during this full moon that you weren't expecting. At your heart, there's passion around your life purpose. There's passion around your money, what you value as much as money, the seeds that you are planting, what you want to build in your life. It's like you can dream again. It's like you're looking at where you felt impoverished, denied, heartbroken, as no matter how hard you tried, you were never getting to where it is that you wanted to be. And now that's shifting. And that's profound. Lunar eclipses, okay, also really live in the realm of relationships, with your personal relationships, okay? There's a crisis of lack of time. However, that crisis of lack of time manifests itself forward. You might not be spending enough time together. You might be realizing you're wasting time with a person. However it is, it doesn't really matter how it defines itself to you. It matters that you see it, you realize it, you're acknowledging it. And so with this lunar eclipse, it either means when this crisis comes up that you sever the relationship or you strengthen it. You will go one of two ways. You will not be indifferent. That's just not going to be your style. Now, it also heightens the relationships with work, with health, with our bodies, with what we have been sweeping under the rug. There's going to be a clarity that comes forward. And it's like, wow, I can see this. I got this. I understand this, like what needs to be done. And it's the Tower and the Strength coming together. It's the balance of where you have been selling yourself short for just way too long. Virgo and Pisces alignment during this lunar eclipse causes us to look more closely at our needs, our lacks, and our wants. What we've been dreaming of, what we desire, and how we're going to put that desire into real world, I'm going for it type of mentality. Virgo is about day-to-day routines, okay? It is about physical health and a need for order. Pisces is its opposite. It is visionary. It is spiritual health. It is disorder. It is the infinite. You're leaning during this time in the tarot, though we'll look at the moon in a bit. In the tarot, you're leaning more towards Virgo energy. That order, that routine, that structure is calling to you. Even though you have the Knight of Cups here, even though you are a water sign, Scorpio, even though the infinite calls to your soul, you have felt like you were free-falling, that you were facing one fight after another. And now you're finding a stable ground. Yeah, you're finding how you're standing. This is a time where you need movement. You're not going to be okay with sitting still, okay with just letting things work themselves out. Virgo energy also makes us acutely aware. And I say us because I don't want you to think like, oh, it's just me. No, it's not. It's everybody, which can be why people are a little bit more sensitive during this time. Virgo energy is very acutely aware of imperfections and is irritated and needs to be able to fix them. Like is irritated by them, needs to fix them. If you have Virgos in your life, you might be like, why are you so hypercritical? It's part of their nature. It's part of what they're put on this earth to learn and to understand, to let things be, to let things grow, to be determined, to be focused, to say, I'm going to take the reins, but also to kind of chill and step back. You're focused on your health and you're focused on your work. You are going to see fears come forward, doubts that you have had come forward during this time in a very real way. And there's a new calling that is going to come into your life, a new way that you are moving forward, new centering within yourself, even if it's just and I say just because it feels like, oh, it's a little bit less than a whole new way of being. But you can find that you're opening up to a new world of self and of soul, and that you're taking old desires that you had and breathing new life into them, becoming more and more yourself during this time. This happens over a 6-month period. The effects and the residual effects of a lunar eclipse last with us for 6 months. You have the energy of the Six of Wands crowning everything. I'm not the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands. I wish it was the Six of Wands crowning everything. That would be celebratory, success, prosperity. But with the Seven of Wands, it's like, this is my fight. This is what I've been fighting for, the higher ground. This is the energy that I'm always fighting. I'm always striving. I'm always pushing. With the Seven of Wands, be aware of this. Be aware of this energy during this time of fight, of feeling like you have to prove yourself. You're kind of tired of it. You're bored of it. With the Seven of Wands, you're looking at what you desire for you and being really aware of, I'm done with the battles, because you are a Scorpio. You're done with a lot of the battles that have been defining you for, heck, for some, it's been 7 years, you know? For others, it's been since this cycle, since 2024. But you're going to see that you're calling it out now more and more. Then we have the Tower, and the Tower is intensity. I like the Tower. My least favorite card is the Eight of Swords, okay? Though in this deck, I do think the Eight of Swords is absolutely beautiful, though I think this deck is enchanting. The Tower comes forward, and it shows what has to fall apart. And we talk about Tower times, kind of in hush whispers, in fears, in doubts, in, I didn't want this to happen to me. But life is about evolving. It's about transforming. And the way we transform as human beings, we are forged. We are forged. And that takes fire. That is painful. That's intense. The Tower comes forward. And it's you changing your whole entire life. Not in a subtle way. Not in a, oh, nobody will know way. In a profound, intense way. That people might not understand. You know, what you're doing, what you're going through, and you might not want to share it with them. But you are transforming your whole entire existence. It's linked with the Six of Pentacles, putting things back into balance when it comes to money, or what you value as much as money. You have been on a chaotic ride with finances, with an idea of success, with prosperity. With the Tower, you are transforming your existence and you are moving forward. The Tower, it's like something had to fall. Something had to come to an end in order for new dreams, new passions to come forward, or in order for your passion to come forward again. You could not be caged. I see the Tower like a really pretty cage. You can stay there forever, and yet the soul rebels against that. It moves you to strength. Strength is Leo energy. Time frame July 23rd to August 22nd. It's one of my favorite cards because this is strength through compassion. It's strength through love. It is not strength through, I will bend your will to my will. This is harmony of heart. This is the lion and the bunny, you know, kind of like the lion and the lamb energy. So very different, yet so very complementary to each other. It is moving forward in the strength of compassion. And it's also seeing that you have more support around you than you know. Now, Scorpio, you might be sitting there and saying, Dane, I do not have support around me. That may be true in the waking world. In the spirit world, you are deeply supported. You are deeply guided, especially if you have a Leo energy in the spirit realm, or somebody who was an absolute pistol, like absolute spitfire coming forward. You know, it's just strength and tenacity and telling you, don't you dare give up. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare walk away from you. It moves you to the Ace of Wands. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of passion. This is your life force energy coming forward, illuminating the darkness. It's right at your heart. You cannot ignore your passion, your fire, your tenacity anymore. For one reason or another, you did. You were fighting so many battles that you lost fight. You lost fight. You did. You lost the fight in you, and you lost sight of what it is that you truly wanted to build, what it is that you desire for yourself, your existence. Scorpio, you're so different than so many of the other signs. You know, people sit there and they misunderstand Scorpios. And that is okay, be misunderstood. But understand yourself. The Ace of Wands is your passion, your fire, your tenacity. It is your illumination. of heart and soul guiding you forward. It's why you're here. You're embracing it. You're not sitting in the corner. You're not hiding yourself. You're done with that. You're embracing your passion. Now, what's interesting is that at your heart, you have waking world gifts, meaning that these are gifts that you utilize in the waking world, in your day-to-day life. Do you even know that you're taking them? No, you don't. You don't have a court card here that says, oh, I'm taking the gift of wands, I'm taking the gift of pentacles, and I feel like I'm moving forward in prosperity and success, and everything just works itself out so beautifully come the 28th. No, what you feel is like, oh, this is hard, this is intense, I've had enough of being challenged, I would like things to be quiet and easy and simple, please and thank you. But you're being, again, forged, primed for something more than you expected in your life. You had to walk through the fire. Think of a really good sword, right? Think of the swords in the tarot. It's the only weapon. We have the sword over there, the Six of Swords. It's the only weapon in the tarot. And it is forged. It is hammered. It is put in severe heat and then beaten up and then cooled down. And sometimes it cracks. Sometimes you have to start again. Some, orbs of iron. I don't know what the heck you make a sword out of. Let me know in the comment box below if you do. Like, they crack. They need to be tended to. So looking at that, they need to be discarded. New pieces need to be used. You're forging your life. You're figuring it out. And then what do you have when you're done forging your existence? You have the sword. You have the sword and the stone. You have the sword that comes from the Lady of the Lake. The sword that awakens you to knowledge and understanding. The sword that is the power of your voice and what you desire. And it seems silly to be talking about a sword all this time because you have the Knight of Cups right here. The Knight of Cups, he does not have a sword. He is holding up his chalice, saying, this is what I love. This is what I'm being guided towards. But it is your mind during this time. It is your expression of self that is guiding you to more than you thought you wanted or needed. It is opening up your heart. It is opening up what you love. It is embracing your soul. The Knight of Cups is moving forward in love and in tenacity. There's a fierceness to you, this was the talk of the swords before, that is having you look at your world differently. You see the darker beauty in existence. Everything does not have to be all kind of roses and butterflies. And if it is roses and butterflies, it's that roses have thorns and poison in them, and butterflies can feed on carcasses. Like, you see the darkness in beauty and don't think it any less beautiful because of that. With the Knight of Cups, you are embracing your love and your heart. And you have to realize, and it is a have to, okay? You can not and you can walk away from it, but Spirit would really like you to realize that if your heart isn't in it, if you don't love it, if you're not connected with it, doesn't mean you'll love it every single hour of every single day. Things get on your nerves. That's just life. But you need to move forward in the love that you have, in the gifts that you have. Because what you're seeing is you have the repeat of the number 6 here 3 times. That's divinely being guided towards 6. 6 is the most healing, most nurturing of all the numbers. But it also links you to the lovers. It links you to your heart, to what you love, to what you deeply desire, and into a balance of self. The 6 of Cups is your past coming forward. Not in that sad, nostalgic, it'll never be that way again type of energy, but in that beautiful, inspirational energy of your heart, of what you love, of what you're building. The 6 of Cups is, remember, the most beautiful things of your existence. And it's time to weave them forward into your present. And as you do so, it brings you to judgment. It brings you to coming out of a box that you put yourself in, that the world put you in. And it's embracing the call of your angels, the healing, the love, the compassion that moves you forward. The 6 of Pentacles is needing to balance things. It's also needing help. You're not going to be doing this by yourself if you feel so alone. This is a time, and it might sound silly to say, but to sit in meditation and to realize you're not alone, to sit in connection and see that you are seen, to sit in your heart and understand that bounty is coming forward. It's like you have to calm your nervous system first. You have been through a lot. Things have fallen apart in a way that completely blindsided you. And as you sit in your heart, as you embrace what you love, as you steady yourself, you start to see the way that you are moving forward, what you're going after. Balance, insight, beauty. It's coming and giving handouts to the little baby bunnies, right? But it's also this deeper wisdom that's guiding you forward, that's saying, remember your worth. Don't undersell yourself. It brings you then to the Three of Pentacles, collaboration, different ideas. You're going to be wearing different hats. That's part of your strength. It's not always being the same way. It's wearing different hats. It's embracing different power. It's looking at yourself with openness and honesty around your prosperity, around your wealth, around what it is that you desire. It cannot all be one way or the other. It moves you then to the Page of Pentacles. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of seeds to plant, a bounty to come, a prosperity that is opening up the doors. The Page of Pentacles is wealth. It's what you value as much as money. It's the things that you want to build in your life, and it's seeing it in the waking world. You have some issues around money. It's calling it out here now. Why? Because Virgo will fix it. Virgo will be like, listen, okay, you need this amount of funds, you need to live, you need to do this, you need to do that. We're going to be super practical about this whole entire thing. Excuse me. And we're going to talk it out because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. You have to talk it out. There's money coming forward. Plant those seeds. Watch it grow. The Four of Pentacles is vampiric energy. Okay? Vampiric energy that had you out of balance, especially with your solar plexus chakra. Okay? Out of balance with trusting your gut, trusting your instincts, trusting your intuition. You are looking here with the Four of Pentacles, and you're severing the vampiric energy around money. Meaning, who do you think you are? You get to be successful? You get to be prosperous? Oh, please. That's not true. The Four of Pentacles is releasing negativity, anger, and frustration that you've had around money. There's been traumatic stories in your life around money and around success. You're acknowledging them and you're releasing them. They do not define you. Move forward in the love of your heart. Severing those ties, severing that energy is an act of love and compassion for yourself. It brings you to the world. The world opens in the most exquisite, beautiful way. The world opens and you start to say, this is what I want for my world. This is what I desire. This is how I'm moving forward. It's not you conforming to the world. It's remembering the motto of this channel. Walk gently on this earth and do no harm. It's you embracing your heart. It's you embracing what you love. It's you embracing your world, seeing yourself move forward. And as you do so, you look at the paths that others have walked, which you have beaten yourself up over for not walking them. With the Five of Pentacles, it is looking at the path that you need to walk for your soul and yourself, and realizing that staring at the regrets of not being just like everybody else is kind of like spitting in the face of your gifts, your talents, and the beauty and uniqueness that is you. The Five of Pentacles is freedom around money. 5 is a freedom number, but it's also lessons learned because it's linked to the Hierophant. It's lessons learned, and it's embracing your path. It's embracing your bounty. It brings you to the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is moving forward in your knowledge and in your understanding. The Six of Swords is embracing your voice and your ideas. It's being apprehensive, yes, because the future is scary, but it's knowing that you are as prepared as you will ever be to embrace a journey, that is exquisitely and powerfully aligned with you, your voice, your ideas, and yourself. It moves you then to your Luna message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have release, purity. Purity always gets me. I always think of purity culture and I'm like, ew, angels and spirit guides. If you're into it, that's cool, but trust, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Full moon in Sagittarius, full moon in Cancer, full moon in Taurus. Ooh. You do not lead either way in the moon towards Pisces or Virgo. Either Pisces or Virgo has been showing up in a lot of the readings. What you're going to see here is that you are releasing what has been holding you back, the excess energy, the hurt, the fear, the chaos. And as you release, you start to look at the bigger picture of what it is that you're going for, what it is that you desire. Instead of getting hung up on the little details that hold you back, it's like, look at the bigger picture. Look at what you're bringing forward. Look at what it is that you want. As you do so, purity. I always see this, okay, as, and I know it's because of it being the snow moon, but I always see this as after a snowfall. I live in New England. I love, love, love the snow. And after the snowfall, I love going outside and just listening to the birds start to sing again and their songs echoing off the snowbanks and the world starting to awaken. And before everybody turns on, their snow blowers, there's just this beautiful magic that comes in that is like the world anew and fresh. And that's what the purity card means to me. And there's this beautiful freshness, newness, revelation. A personal issue reaches resolution. Something is getting solved. It's calling to your heart, but it's in real world time. It's not just in the abstraction of it. It's not just in the mind of it, which is important. Like, if you reject it in your mind, you reject it in your world. If you reject it in your heart, you reject it in the world. But you're calling it forward so beautifully. It's right over your heart. It's right over the gifts that you are given. And Spirit is saying here, trust. Your dreams need a practical plan. Trust the energy of Virgo during this time. Scorpio, your dreams need a practical plan. And this is a time that will love giving you a practical plan for bringing your dreams forward. It moves you to your spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. It moves you to prosperity, to letting yourself be prosperous and abundant. It brings you then, and calling forward prosperity. It's like, no, this gets to be my word. It's not the word that I always long for. It's not the energy that's for other people. I get to be prosperous. Now listen, prosperous does not mean that you are a millionaire, though it could mean that. Prosperous means, especially if you're building from a place of trauma around money, that you start to heal that trauma. You take small steps because you have to learn how to crawl before you learn how to walk. Even if you're one of those babies that just started walking, right? You walked wobbly. You just did. And so it's giving yourself grace and knowing that you'll fall down and knowing that things won't always be right because you've had to learn everything in your life. Sometimes it was in the quote unquote acceptable time frame. And other times it seems like, oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. You're not. You're blooming and embracing your life in your time, in your way. Do not live by anybody else's calendar or schedule. Let your heart be guided by the power that is you. It moves you then to your chakra energy, angels and spirit guides. Show them clearly. This is flexibility. This is the sacral chakra. This is embracing your creativity, your flexibility, your insight. But this is also going with the flow. You can want to be rigid, especially with the Virgo energy coming forward. You can have a rigidity to you. And that is okay. Kind of balances out your natural, flowiness and malleability as a Scorpio. But what you're going to see is that as you embrace your creativity, as you look at your flexibility, you see what it is that you're wanting to achieve. And that flexibility can actually be bringing more order, bringing more structure into your life in order to get things done. The energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides show me clearly, is the Eight of Wands. Is that time feels like it's going really, really fast. And it's like, how do I keep up? How can I get this going? What's going on here? And you can feel also really annoyed with yourself. I'm not in the place that I wanted to be as quickly as I want to be it. You're going to mentally understand what it is that you desire. And once you mentally understand that, Scorpio, you're going to think it should already be there. There's going to be an energy around you. It was like, it should already have happened. That will get you frustrated because you have to give the universe time to catch up. You have to give yourself time. You have to show yourself grace. Being aware of that, because a revelation is coming forward. Remember, with the, what is it? The Sun and Mercury in a superior conjunction, right? These revolutions. Well, yeah, it's kind of like a revolution of your life, but these revelations come forward. These epiphanies are had. These, great, illuminations of life itself come forward. And you're going to be like, okay, instantaneously, that needs to happen absolutely now. And Spirit's like, give it a minute. Give it a minute. Okay, so just be aware of that. That can kind of mess you up, how quickly things are moving and yet how much things are staying held back. Fairy tales. Embrace the fairy tales. It seems whimsical, and it is. But the fairy tales are the stories that shaped you when you were younger. Embrace them. See them. But also look at life. Look at the mythologies. Look at the ancient stories. We call them fairy tales now, and yet they were great lessons once upon a time. It's embracing hidden knowledge and deeper truth. It moves you to your subconscious chakra message, which is personal power. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is embracing your power, your tenacity, your determination, and your focus. It is seeing yourself as powerful. Whereas for a while there, Scorpio, you felt like you were just floating in the wind, like, just a leaf in drift, in the water, not sure which way we're going to go. Now you're seeing your power. You're seeing yourself. It moves you to your energy to be mindful of. This is justice. Be mindful of being too rigid. Now, this is also Libra energy. Time frame, September 23rd to October 22nd. You can be born on the cusp with Libra. You can have Libra in your chart. It could be like, you have to be more emotional. What do other people think? You have to be just and fair to everybody. And this is a time where you really need to be just and fair to yourself. You need to balance things for you. But you're going to look at it as, okay, I need to balance things for everybody else. And Spirit's like, no. Okay, get things done, but be a little bit selfish. It moves you then. And that's not bad to say, I matter because this is my story and my life. It moves you then to your subconscious spirit message. It moves you into the masculine, which I always think is so very interesting because I always see the moon as so very feminine. So this is the lunar god coming forward, the masculine energy coming forward, the balance of the sacred feminine, the sacred masculine. And this is also the outside world, seeing the dreams of the inner world, the inner self, the illumination of the moon, which dives, deep into the underworld as it goes into the new moon and comes boldly into the waking world as the full moon. And you are embracing that power. You're embracing that knowledge. You're embracing not being stereotyped or held one way or the other. Hold to your vision. Hold to what it is that you desire. Subconsciously, you're opening up to more than you realized you really ever would be. And it moves you then to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Nine of Wands. You're tired. You can have headaches. You can have shoulder pain, arm pain, kind of like elbows is what I'm seeing here. You're leaning on your passions and you don't realize it, but you've been leaning on your passion for a very long time. It's what's been keeping you upright. Now that you have the gift of the Ace of Wands at your heart, you have a gift of the power of your passion, your heart, your soul, yourself. you start to see with the Nine of Wands what has made you so beautifully human. And you start to honor and cherish it instead of, like we usually are as human beings, being repelled by it. Embrace your flaws, but also know that you're tired of fighting. It's time to build, and it's time for success. I love you. Bye.